All right, y'all. So that was getting some music tea. And let's talk about FIFA. So the FIFA Forum concluded yesterday, where it was a lot going on. First of all, we had Nicole Scherzinger screaming for Hudson, Robbie Williams. They was out there singing and doing their thing. Trump popped up on the screen. He got booed like they booed his ass down at the Madison Square Garden when he showed up for that game. What was it? Game three? Yeah, I think it was game three at the Garden, and then the Knicks lost. So, um, yeah, so that happened. And then, of course, we get around to the halftime special, which, quiet as it's kept, I see why we don't have a halftime for FIFA. Because that halftime was a hot ass mess. I was thoroughly disappointed. Now, I'm going to tell you who my favorite performance was of the night. I mean, I'm going to give my overall opinion, but let's get into the story. So, Chanta, BTS, Borber, because that's what I'm gonna start to call him. He has gotten so boring with his music. And Shakira headlined the first ever FIFA World Cup Finals halftime show on Sunday, playing a packed 11-minute mega mix that also featured Burna Boy, the New York Philharmonic's Gustavo Dudamel, and the Muppets. So yeah, even T.I.'s wife was up there performing on them drums. Now, aka Janice. So Madonna kicked off the show, throttling through the New York, New Jersey stadium tunnels in a doom buggy, fittingly driven by renowned Brazilian soccer players Ronaldo and Ronaldinho in a pre-recorded segment. Now, in the segment, the pop star sang it. Well, they said she sang a new version of music. She did not. Number one, if you were a Madonna fan, The Hollywood Reporter, you would know that she performed this version of music with the Disco Inferno beat on her Confessions tour. So if you actually was a fan, you'd know that. But you're allowed to make a mistake. That's why I'm here to correct it. So, um, he led musicians from the New York Philharmonic and Venezuela's Simon Bolivar Symphony Orchestra in a rendition of Seven Nation Army, sorry, with Iranian violinist Bajan Mortazavi and the Muppets rock group Electric Mayhem in one of the several Muppets appearances. Well, let me tell you, let's get to the first things first. Let's about Tonto, who opened the show. Of course, Madonna sets the mood. Music brings the people together. I understand why she chose that song. People were upset because she didn't sing nothing new from the album. Technically, she did. She did throw a little danceteria up in there. I understand how y'all feel, but she's like, look, y'all gonna have to wait for if we drop the extra songs that we said that we worked on. Wait till then when we go on the tour or when I do what not Glastonbury. I almost said Coachella chat. So just wait till I do Glastonbury and then y'all get more. But in the meantime, it was only 11 minutes. I had to work with all these other artists, and there's no shade to them, but it was like y'all crammed so much in for me to do that um I had an issue. Well, hold on, because I also got some extra tea that we're gonna get into. Apparently, there was a beef that was going on between Madonna and Justin Bieber. So we got to get into that in a second, but I just want to go through each situation. So I like the idea of like, yeah, Madonna was up there on the Doom buggy. She was being driven around by two soccer icons, which we love, and she gave y'all a little something something. And the one thing I do like about what Madonna did, she gave you a theme, she set the mood, and she was the best performance of the night and reminded you bitches why she is the queen of pop. And I think people need to realize that. It's like she gave you a full-on thing. Then we get to the Muppets and they did their thing. I was like, oh, that's cute. Then BTS came out and sang Dynamite. Cute. But here's the thing. BTS ain't give us nothing we ain't seen already. And you know what irritated me about this whole show? Everybody came out and was doing their own thing, but nobody had like a defining moment. Nobody really had a time to shine. Yes, Madonna did her thing, but by the time that we could get into the groove, pun intended, we was on to the next thing. So it's sort of like blinking, you miss it moments. Like I think each performance was like what, maybe 2 minutes or something or another. So then we got BTS doing their synchronized dancing and the lip syncing for your life and all the other mess that they normally do. And it was like, okay, that's cute or whatever. Y'all got 50 people up there dancing behind you. And it was cute. It was like, it is what it is. Then Justin Bieber comes out. Clearly, he didn't read the damn room. So he comes out strumming a goddamn guitar like he's performing in some cafe in the middle of downtown LA or whatever, singing some song nobody asked him to perform, looking a mess. And then we get Shakira, which Dada is cute. I love that she brought out Burna Boy. It was cute. Excuse me. That she had the kids up there dancing, whatever. But Shakira's another one. Shakira gave us something we've seen that she's given us a million times. So, what was the point of this? That's how I feel about the whole headlining FIFA World Cup final halftime show. What was the point? The fact that y'all could just have a bunch of A-list celebrities up there performing so y'all could go viral? Okay, virality is cute or whatever, but to me, I just felt like seeing all those performances, yeah, it's awesome, but y'all really gave us nothing memorable or valuable. Quiet as it's kept, there was a lot of people up there saying Madonna should have did the whole damn show. Well, I will agree with that. Madonna should have did the whole thing and showed you bitches how it's done. And then there was one article I read, well, one comment I read, it was somebody was trying to go because they were making ageist comments about Madonna. It's about, oh, y'all trying to make her be up there at 67, being sexy, whatever. And I said, why, you mad because nobody want to fuck you willingly? That's literally what I wrote in the comments. You know, I don't be blocking people no more. I want y'all to see what the fuck I said. And I want you to come back and try to come for me so I can come for you harder. You know, I love reading bitches online. Now I'm getting into the whole basis of trolling for the sake of trolling because I just be like, you know what? I just feel like choosing violence today. So that's what I be doing a lot of times when I be reading some of your comments online. Normally I can scroll by, but sometimes I just don't want to. I want to be a bitch. So um with all that being said, so I'm just sick of people making ages and I'm gonna tell y'all this now. Don't even think about coming up with the ages comments in my comments, my actual comments, because I had to read somebody earlier for doing that shit. Coming up in my comments, making old lady comments and stuff. And some lady was like, "My mother's 80 years old," and said that she liked the BTS performance first time she ever heard him, but then had the nerve to call Madonna old. I'm like, bitch, excuse you, are you slow? Because you're 80 something years old. Madonna's 67. Technically, you still older than her, bitch. So how's she the old one? You older than her. I swear to Christ, you know, some people really don't think before they hit send on social media. Like, and I just be, you know, I'm one because I think I just be highly intelligent in too many different things. I have time to go in and just remind people how stupid they are and some of the stuff they say. Like, how you gonna read somebody on their age when bitch you older than them? You in your octogenarian age. Madonna's on her sexagenarian age. So was there anything else I want to add? Because I was just sitting there like, okay, it was cute or whatever with Burna Boy and Shakira and Bieber fucking up the vibe with everything hallelujah. I'm like, girl, this ain't church. Say that shit for whatever ministry you plan on. I mean, I get it. Yesterday was Sunday, but this ain't the time to play. If you want to go sing that at that football stadium that passes as a church for Joel Osteen, you go ahead and do that over there. But in this situation, girl, we don't want it. We didn't ask for it. Now, I want to tell y'all this tea. So I came across this, and thank you for bringing this to my attention, friend to the show, Robert. So apparently there is some drama that was conspiring behind the scenes between Fanta and Justin Bieber. So according to the blast, they wound up saying that there was some tension that erupted behind the World Cup halftime show. So they said that Madonna and Justin had very different ideas about how to make history. Well, clearly y'all didn't make history in the right way because that shit was not memorable that went down yesterday. So Coldplay frontman Chris Martin curate. Y'all had his boring ass curate this whole situation. So Chris Martin from Coldplay curated the unprecedented July 19th performance at New York, New Jersey Stadium, assembling a blockbuster lineup led by Madonna, Bieber, Shakira, and BTS. So behind the scenes, they said, and this is according to the Daily Mail, so y'all can take this with a grain of salt, but we'll entertain it because it's out here. They said the Queen of Pop's appetite for spectacle reportedly clashed with Bieber's determination to deliver a clean, controlled performance following the criticism surrounding his Coachella comeback, which was just as boring as that performance you did yesterday. So how you going to talk about that you wanted a clean, controlled performance? You clearly did not read the room. Because when you do something like Super Bowl or any kind of halftime, People want spectacle. People don't want you sitting there strumming a guitar to some boring ass song. I'm like, is this the part where I go to sleep? Wake me up when this motherfucker's done. Like that's how I would have been. So they said neither wants to walk away feeling like they played second fiddle. Well, child, he was playing second fiddle, third fiddle, fourth fiddle. Even though you telling had a guitar up there, you was playing the fiddle, literally, with that performance. So the alleged friction was not about whether the World Cup halftime show should succeed, but what success should look like. Their different approaches have created real tension behind the scenes, leaving Martin trying to figure it out before it gets out of hand. So he tried to be the Jay-Z of the situation with this whole halftime situation. And speaking of which, speaking of Jay-Z, he and Beyonce was there yesterday too, along with Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet. I'm like, you know what? If Timothy and Kylie don't take their clout chasing asses somewhere, because anytime somebody get in the finals and it's something big, them two pop up somewhere. Y'all did it during the Knicks situation, and now you're doing it with FIFA. So Bieber reportedly viewed the global stage as an opportunity to refocus attention on his music and well, sir, do that on tour. Don't do that up in here with this global situation because everybody who's there watching this ain't a fan of Justin Bieber. So yeah, he wanted to focus his attention on his music and avoid a performance that might overshadow the songs for the wrong reasons. His mindset is simple and it showed. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't make unnecessary risks. Don't take unnecessary risks and absolutely don't have a performance that becomes a story for all the wrong reasons. Well, it did become a story for all the wrong reasons. The fact of the matter was it was boring. And here's the thing. Um, I think Noah wait, is was it Liam Gallagher or Noel Gallagher? It was one of the Gallaghers from Oasis, who I think is in a beef with Metallica. But one of the Gallaghers came out and said that watching the FIFA halftime was like a bad mind trip. I'm like, was there special K involved? Was there meth? I mean, what kind of acid? Like, what was the situation? Because it kind of was a bad trip. It was so all over the place. It was a lot of sensory overload. I don't know what to make of it. So the approach reportedly they said followed a response to Bieber's Coachella performance in April. The singer stripped down set divided viewers, with some criticizing its limited production and comparing it unfavorably to Sabrina Carpenter's elaborate appearance at the festival, saying he wants this to be about the music, clean, control, no distractions. Well, if you want to do like a stripped down versions of what it is that you want to do, you do that on your own time with your own tour. You could do that. You could do small venues. It could just be you and your guitar and your little laptop, and you could show little YouTube videos in the background, and the believers will eat that basic shit up. But when you're doing something like a halftime special, you got to know the time and the place for the artistic endeavors that you want to do. And the one thing I will always give Madonna is that Madonna is someone who has always paid attention to, if I'm going to be performing at certain venues, what is it that I'm going to bring to the table that will really add spectacle, whatever the case is. There's a time and a place to strip things down. There's a time and a place to add the spectacle. And when you're doing halftime, you got to entertain your audience. You can't just come out there with jorts on, because that's literally what it was. Like you literally put on John Cena's jorts and came out there and strummed the goddamn guitar with some stubble on your face, trying to be like, I'm a serious artist. That's how I feel about that before. I'm like, boy, if you don't get off my line with this pretentious bullshit,